So guys, I want to do a video and I want to talk about the Real ID, and it's definitely going to have a very bad impact on my life. So the thing about it is that I'm not able to get a Real ID. It's a way harder for me to get that because what happened was that I was adopted out of a bad situation. I was born on a military base in another country, and because I was adopted and the military base is not there anymore, like I can't get a actual passport or a lot of identification that shows that I am a U.S. citizen. But I've been paying my taxes. I've gone to college, and I actually have a Social Security card. I pay taxes and other things like that. So it's almost like I'm like a pseudo U.S. citizen. I'm not an illegal immigrant or anything like that. But I'm in a situation where like legally I can't leave the country because it's too hard for me to get a passport. um, so with Real ID, what that's going to do is create a situation where I will not be able to travel anywhere unless I go across America by train. Like I definitely can never go to Alaska or Hawaii ever again unless I do something like cross the border and get citizenship in Canada or Mexico. But just for anybody who's watching this, that would be something that I can't do because there are laws preventing that. And then also, if you get away with that, then it's like, oh, well, what am I going to do in Canada? Like, how am I going to get a job? How am I going to do all that stuff, really? Because you need IDs and all that background stuff. You can't just automatically jump to another country. But I also think the Real ID thing is really stupid in a way because September, because they said that the reason why you want to do that is because what happened during September 11th was that a lot that the attackers were able to do forgeries, or they were able to have like very legal documents um to ride planes, really. So this way, when you have like a Real ID, you have more of a background check on people. You also can see where they're from, really, and you also can be like, okay, well, I'm going to look into every person that has it, so we know, if somebody has a criminal record, or they're tied to somebody, or they're born in like Afghanistan or other countries with a lot of conflicts. We're a little bit more researched on who we bring on planes. Like, it's a good concept, but the problem is that they said that they wanted to do this back in 2001, but now it's 24 years later. So, why are you reinforcing a policy and something like that, so far in the future? I understand that, safety first, but I just think that's going to inconvenience a lot of people. And I also understand that a lot of people will be for it because there's a lot of xenophobia nowadays. And then also the American First thing, like obviously, with illegal immigrants and people coming into the country, and also people doing drugs and other trades within the country, you need to have stuff like that. I understand that argument, and that's good, and I'll be more for that, even if it screws me over. But the other problem is, it kind of goes with the big issue of this country, is that we've done other people first, other nations first for a long time. People like me, who should be, getting a passport, who should have proof of U.S. citizens when I pay my taxes, you know, and I also, have relatives that served. I wanted to serve. My brothers wanted to serve, because we both had mental health issues. Our adopted parents would step in and not let us do that when we wanted to serve. We're capable of doing that, but yeah, I work at a hospital. I'm close to working 12,000 hours in less than 3 years. I've done a lot of I've visited all 50 states, really. So I should be punished because of what happened, because of what the 9/11 people did, and then also the illegal immigrants and other people creating crimes in America. Why should I be punished for that? And then the other part of it is, it's going to inconvenience a lot of people. There could be a huge drop in people traveling. And then the other thing too is that it could create more problems. Like, people could be like, oh well, because of these damn Middle Eastern terrorists, because of these damn illegal immigrants, because of these damn people, other people have to suffer who pay their taxes, do the right thing. That could create a lot of more hate and more hate crimes. Because I think we're going to see a huge rise in that because of the way the country's going, really. But it's definitely one of these things that I'll say that is very unfortunate. I really hope that I could get something. I'm actually gonna write a letter to Donald Trump and talk about this. Not to really appeal the Real ID, but to plead my case to see if I can get more of a background check. Or I'm gonna talk to Vital Statistics, but it's hard because what I have to do is I have to get in touch with my biological family. I'm in touch with my biological father. good guy, works really hard, has overcome a lot of things. So I know that whatever I need, he'll help me out. Whatever he can do the best for me, he'll do that. But maybe my biological mother, I'm not sure. It could be a situation where I have to knock on her door and go up to like Utica, New York, because she lives. I've done my research. She lives like around that area really, and that could be a situation that could be safe or dangerous for me. But I think as the old saying goes, like live free or die. Doesn't mean I'm going to do any violence, but it just means that you know I got to have my rights. I got to have my freedoms. And as I said before, and I'll say it again, we shut down schools for illegal immigrants. We do so much for illegal immigrants. There's a story that I believe that they used to do something where for people in Israel, we paid for their college. We do other things for that. But it seems like that's the problem with America, is that we screw over people like me who pay our taxes, who do the right thing really, and there's no government help really. So unless you're somebody living on welfare, whatever really, but the point of it is. But the point of it is, it's unfortunate. I hope this is not the end of my travels, but I do have to raise a lot of noise. And, even if I have to, go see my biological parents in person and really just get that shit done, that's gonna be that's gonna be what I have to do, really. There's also like AEW, Double or Nothing. One of my dream cities is Phoenix, Arizona. So I have to think to myself, do I really want to take a week off from work and go by train there because it's unhealthy to be traveling by train, such a long distance, or do I want to do something like, how should I kind of say this, that do I want to do something like actually just cut some time from work to go there? So there's a lot of choices that I need to make, and it's definitely it's going to be rough really, but it's unfortunate. And as I said, sometimes when you have policies that you wanted to put into place like decades ago, it may not be relevant to the modern world really. There's a lot of drinking and driving in this world. There's a lot of issues with alcoholism. There's a lot of kids with drinking at a younger age. But should we bring back prohibition? Should we bring back prohibition knowing that there's more government, like the government could do a lot more on tracking people and stopping it? No, we shouldn't do that. So I definitely think it's going to hurt a lot. It's probably going to cause a lot more problems, because there's really been no hijackings or anything really crazy. No, nothing big as 9/11, in the past 21 years, 24 years. And then the other thing too that I would say is, yes, anybody with a federal ID or state a real ID or whatever can do terrorist attacks. That's not really an ID type of thing. That's really a personal choice type of thing. But it's true. Obviously you want to have background checks on people if there are conflicts in China or other countries or in the Middle East or whatever. And people may be associated with terrorist groups. Yes, you have to do a background check. So yes, I do believe in safety first, because if we live in a world with no safety first, then people are going to do whatever the fuck they want to do, and that's going to lead to more problems, really. So it's definitely unfortunate, but it does also fuck over people who are doing the right thing. So that's all I have to say about it. It's going to fuck up my life.